Alright, so let's see if after 3 or 4 attempts I finally get the title of our stream correct for once.
Oh, we'll see.
Maybe we'll actually get back to Team Dark one of these days.
Maybe.
Oh, by the way, I'm not going to be able to do next week's Saturday, but I can still do tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Work is having a emergency needed another person next Saturday thing.
Not really an emergency.
Overtime!
Not really an emergency
Sort
if
of.
they give you time.
Well, I mean, they do. Emergency doesn't necessarily mean last minute. It just means very important. Well, actually, no, I guess it implies both, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then again, as far as scheduling goes, 1 week is pretty quick timing, so.
Hey, Merrick!
Who, what? Huh?
Oh,
I see. Aim. I get it. It took me a moment. I figured it out.
Good person.
Hey. For a second, I thought somebody named Merrick showed up in chat, but I didn't see anybody. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Get cutscenes all over your face.
What the fuck?
Ah! She's reacting to the cutscenes that are attacking her face. I always love when there's a snowcat reaction so strong that I only ever hear it out of Kai's microphone and not Snow's.
There. My microphone had wandered.
I thought you were just so loud that Discord filtered you out.
I mean, probably that too.
That's what happens sometimes with much excite
Cease your mewling, boy.
and sounds of
Breaks
popcorn.
my ears.
Cease your mewling, Alpha
Forgive
Nod.
me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Astinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or...
Whoops. Thought his dialogue was done. I missed a piece of it.
A jest.
Yep.
I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
It's good that he's not half glad.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hamerick. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Yeah, Alpha, no.
Oh.
Oh.
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family. When no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend. He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not.
Words are
that
hard.
he will make a
Very
full
tiring.
recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
That means you, Alphino. God, he's so tiny.
Shorter than me.
Let
Let that sink in.
I too must
Yeah.
see my path to its end,
He's in
Especially
heels.
when you see
my friend.
when you see him standing next to Amaric. Holy shit.
But he's in heels and shorter than me.
Yeah.
Practically a Lalafell.
Elfin are tiny until they hit 20.
Alphino is definitely a pocket small.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the steps of faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state.
Ooh, I like this part.
'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons.
How British of them.
Was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace.
We
The people
go for a
looked
ride.
on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age.
Maybe don't call me that anymore, guys. The title's not cool anymore. Gee, I wonder who this mystery man with an incredibly recognizable spear could possibly be. It me.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
That's some really loud paper you got there, guy. What are you writing on? Plastic? But I like this because it's like, well, there's this book called Heaven's Word. All of his narration was writing this book.
He did such a wonderful job for that role.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who this actor is, but he nailed it. This whole game has such a good cast. Yeah, that just another example of what I was talking about before, about how this story moves forward and actually changes the political landscape of the world, you know? Not only did Ishgard go from being completely shut in and insular to actually making an alliance with the rest of the world, but also ended their war with the dragons and found peace, and then tore down their own theocracy and replaced it with a government by the people. Like,
Republic.
you could not have made bigger changes to this country. Like, total opposite. Stephen Crickchlow?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Steve. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just gonna double check what this guy's quest is. Do it for guild. Oh, that's
Did he?
an optional dungeon. Ignore him.
He passed in 2021.
Aw.
Yes.
F's in chat.
Cancer's an absolute bitch.
Who?
I was just
What?
wondering if he lived to see it, because
He did.
if he hadn't lived to see it, that whole scene at the end of, him finishing the book and leaning back would have been a lot more gravitatious.
True. But I'm glad he got to see that.
Yep.
Me too.
By the way, ignore Notre Shop over here. He's got an optional dungeon-y quest thingy that we don't care about.
But yeah.
There's going to be a few of those on the map now, in fact. There's going to be a lot of blue plus signs that we're ignoring because of end of expansion stuff.
You mean you don't want to join the Sky Pirates?
No. I'm sure Kai really doesn't want to. But that's a raid, by the way, Kai. The Sky Pirates. And we know how Kai feels about raids. Similar to how I feel.
Sounds, I'll pass.
There's one major problem with the Sky Pirates. There's no Balthier.
No, but there is a cat.
And a very cute Lalafell.
Not a Makote, an actual cat.
Yes.
Okay.
Strange demon cat.
That he does not ride around on a Moogle.
I love the fact that... Yeah. I love the fact that Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually giving the guy behind that character more screen time. What was his name? Reese, I think? Something like that?
Maybe, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you get to see more of him. He's a good boy.
Oh, hey, I'm not in this position anymore. Oh, crap. They're giving me more work. Ah!
No rest for the sweet boy.
No.
But who better to give all this responsibility to than the guy who didn't even ask for it?
Alright, so... got the vape, got the bubbler... So I've discovered that if I take a silicone straw mouth for people who have certain tisms where they don't like plastic straws in their mouths, and I put that on my cartridge for my EHC mod, the silicone piece now is what makes it wide enough to where it will fit inside the bowl adapter for my hand bubbler, so I can run my vape through my bubbler and get super fucked up.
Damn. Sway. Photon.
When Stefan passed, players ended up gathering outside of Photon Manor.
That's so nice.
Yep.
Having a little wake.
Yep. Well, heck, when the creator of Berserk passed, people who had Dark Knight.
That's very fitting.
They were standing, I forget where exactly, but they also had the little campfire minion. out as well. And if you didn't have a campfire minion, people were like, "Oh, don't worry, I have extras here."
That's awesome.
Inside we go.
It's so fitting that they made sure to switch to the class with the huge sword.
The community is something else.
It really is. Also, Berserk has inspired a lot of things. Like, there is a lot of Berserk in Dark Souls. But I think they also inspired the Buster Sword, didn't they?
I
Maybe?
think so.
Or influenced it to some degree. It doesn't look the same, but just giant hunk of metal as a sword.
And this would be a point where I would, if Dan were in here, I would say another example of where something wouldn't be removed. Because we had a discussion about something that's kind of interesting, and I was at first accused of censorship. And after a conversation, we reached the conclusion that no, I wasn't talking about censorship at all.
Oh shit.
God, that look on his face. And this is why we shouldn't have just thrown the dragon's eyeballs off of the side of a bridge. Maybe make sure they're actually destroyed or something instead. God damn it, me! Why are you doing this?
I like how they try to make him look all evil and everything.
Yeah. Like they
That
leave
was
his
it.
axe all bloodstained and his... Well, they're the Warriors of Darkness, so you gotta show how evil they are.
Sure.
Get out of there, moon boots!
Damn it a little bit.
Sometimes he can be a lot of us.
A lot of us. Woo!
I love the use of moment. God, that is an underused word in this context.
They like to do the fancy words, don't they?
Well, it's got a lot more meat to it than like any of the more modern phrases. Like, moment has a physical gravity to it. Something that, like, you can have a moment of inertia. Like, that's how flexible this word is. You can describe physical attributes to it. So, if you can, apply it to physical attributes, to me, that gives the word more weight, more gravity to it.
Both figuratively and literally.
And I think you have a harder time using more modern words in the same way.
Yeah. By the way, that quest being offered by the guard there, it's basically just like a, let's walk back through the steps we did throughout the expansion, just remember the things we did throughout the expansion kind of a quest.
You do get an emote at the end, though.
Yeah, what is it? I don't remember. Hold on, maybe she'll probably tell me. No, it doesn't. Don't remember.
It is the same emote that the goodest boy ever does.
Is it holding 2 mugs?
No.
Oh. So, do you want to do it, Kai, or do you want to skip it, or what do you think?
Oh.
Oh?
If it, I don't know. Like,
It's a memory. It's a walk down memory lane thing, is what it basically.
I mean,
It's up to you. We can do it, or whatever you want. We can always do it later as well. You don't have to decide right now.
yeah. Can do it later at another time or something.
Let's keep hitting the main quest for now, and then we can answer that question another time. No pressures. Promise is kept.
Ah, yes. I know which quest this is. We get to have a date.
Yay!
What?
oh,
Yeah.
A date with a sweet boy.
I mean, go through these cutscenes and say I'm wrong. Seriously.
She's not wrong. I do not disagree.
oh fuck! If you say you would be glad, he says you'll forgive me for not for being a little bit envious.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
I chose the second, the longer. It's like I would, but I don't know what to wear.
Is that one any gayer? Like,
But he says, you would ask me, well, I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Emmerich, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. The one we got, the previous thing. It
From the
dies a
last
little
quest, the one that we were just
Yeah.
given.
Yeah.
Here, I'll toss that on just to see what it looks like. Oh, okay. That's actually quite nice.
It does look very cozy.
Very appropriate for this weather, also. Thus the name.
No, it will look kind of weird with the rest of my character's outfit.
Oh, it really works with Kai's, though. Also, hello again, Artemis. Or
Hello.
still, I suppose. Are you enjoying your SOT, whatever that is?
Sea of Thieves.
These.
Ah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I will just.
Oh, come on, show us. Show us. Let us see the horrible mismatch.
There.
Actually, that's not terrible.
With the sleeves and everything, and just it does no.
To me, it's the leggings it doesn't work with. The sleeves are okay. It just doesn't work with those leggings and shoes super well, but not bad overall.
I did.
Huh?
Huh?
Into the light.
Into the light. Yeah.
Is this like when you're at the department store and your mother says, like, come out here so I can see it too?
Yeah. Well, mine's also a little different now, so.
Let's see here. I'm sure
Because I liked how it worked, but it was the wrong color.
Hmm.
Let's see here. So do this. Let's see if I can. Doing things in real time here.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah, let's see here.
Man, I remember when that guy got turned into a video game boss fight. That was great.
Okay, let's see here. See if I have anything that doesn't look like shit.
Love how we're getting ready for our date. It's so fitting. Beautiful.
Hey, I'm trying to put effort into this.
That's what I'm saying. It's great.
There.
It's very of the moment. Right, Kai?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Now to figure out. Yeah, that'll work. My character looks like she's dressed like a guy. Alright, so.
Nice. Snow's rocking it now. I'm gonna keep my high heel booties on for my sweet date. You both okay? Got real quiet. My Discord break?
Technical difficulties. Hold on.
Hey, it's a Larson. You're early, Larson. We have more than 20 minutes left to go. And you upload that chocolate milk right now, mister. You better share. We're just waiting on a technical difficulty in this moment.
Alright. Feeks.
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yep, I am just absolutely horrendous at explaining things.
Ah.
Is all.
Welcome back. Larson brought chocolate milk that he's not sharing with anybody.
Rude.
How very Norwegian. Socialist, just to the point of not really.
Yeah. Are we ready for our date?
I suppose.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to get really high for this. This is awfully straight.
Not for me, it isn't. We've really reversed polarity on things today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You two have to be straight, and I have to not be.
I don't think that's how that works, Larson. I think it's supposed to be the other way around.
Oh,
what do I know? I'm a communist. So,
in honor of my impending mandate here in a second, this reminds me, because of the new game Alan Wake 2, I have learned my second favorite new word for a dick.
uh-oh.
Apparently, in Finland, they call it a pippeli, which I just thought was adorable. Pippeli.
For some people, it is adorable.
For
other people, it's functional.
Which is a great word, and almost as good as the word schmeckle. Best word for a dick ever.
I feel like pippeli is what what Marble has.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's a commercial within that game.
Strange marble cock.
There's a commercial in that game that I think you would love, Kai. There's these
Yeah?
there's this guy advertising a like tourism tour guide service, but like a custom one where it's like, we'll take you anywhere you want to go, whatever, for wherever you want to see. Now, recently the government has sectioned off large parts of the forest and fenced them off, which is why we here at Coscular Brothers Tours say, fuck the government, we have bolt cutters.
I love it.
We'll take you there anyway.
I love it.
Yeah. A lot of that game doesn't make sense, and it is glorious.
There.
I am thirsty as shit and have nothing to drink. I mean, I have some
That's
propylene
okay.
glycol. I could probably drink that.
Please don't.
Why not?
You're very soon going to have a nice tall glass of Amaric to drink.
I'll pass.
He's pretty, but... Oh, okay. Fran, I have a problem.
Okay.
Have I told you about my Frenchman?
Having a Frenchman is definitely a problem. I agree. No, you haven't.
So there is an experimental musician on YouTube who makes a lot of his own, all of his own instruments.
Well, is that the guy you showed me who made the weird drums? Or whatever it was? Or is that a different guy?
Maybe. Anyway, he was making... I think he was making something based off of a dembao, and he was using some threaded rod for it. But because of his accent, he was having a really hard time with the words threaded rod. And it's like, it's fucking adorable. And ever since, that anytime I see that hairstyle, I think it's cute, and I hate it.
So where's the problem?
Because he's got that really weird kind of long, super curly, knotty thing, and it shouldn't be cute.
Oh, okay.
It surely shouldn't be cute
Fair
on
enough.
a Frenchman. It surely shouldn't be cute on a French man. What the fuck?
I mean, both
Why
of those
is
words
my
are a
brain
problem.
doing this? It's weird.
Right?
Being pan is weird. Everyone's cute. It just takes a while to find the right everyone sometimes.
The right angle to view it at.
Frenchman. A Frenchman with weird hair.
I know. Well, see,
At least
here's
he's a
the thing.
musician.
This is just proof that there are exceptions to all rules, right?
Right? At least he's a musician.
Yeah? That helps.
That said, so am I, and, well, that
Further
depends
proof,
entirely
yes.
on who you have
I agree.
to talk to. Oof. Not sure about mine.
Mhm.
I'm trying to come up with 150 bucks so I can get some guitar pedals.
Do you remember when French people were considered romantic and sexy? Personally, only secondhand, because Canadians have never felt that way. But I remember hearing from Americans who used to think that way.
I mean, I've never really felt that way, but I've always been into the harsher languages, too.
I love that fireplace design.
I don't want a romance language. I want a, throw me down and fuck me language. Give me Russian, give me German, give me something angry.
Russian is pretty hot. Hey Snow, would you agree that the fireplace grate was designed to look like the gates of Ishgard?
Yep.
Think the Mughals
It's also a housing item.
taskmasters.
Nice.
Forgive me.
Also-
I will
know you had suffered
say
so
though
in
that,
quest
like,
for the horn.
Well, I've never really had that concept. I do I find how the French people are to be attractive at times. Like, they really have no problem cutting off a dictator's head. Like, I'm here for that. I like that idea.
Yeah?
Like, let's remind them of the cake.
Also, I like how they're like, here, have this coat, and this is probably what the appropriate thing to wear to your date, and then we show up, and that's what Amaric's wearing too. Just like your host.
So,
Mine's the same fucking color.
yep.
Mhm.
The,
Funny how that turns out. He really does love blue, doesn't he? Sorry, go ahead, Snow.
Yep, his color is royal blue.
I must say, your
specifically.
spirited account
If
always
you
comes
look-
as a
What I
welcome
used.
change from the arid
If you look at
reports which fill my
the
days.
food on the plates there, I find this highly amusing. The animators and designers used terrain to make the food. There are hilltops and trees and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I mean, it fits in with the old
Like-
what's the meme about the grapes?
Oh, the low
Crystal
polygon grapes.
Yeah, the grapes
They
were just
fixed
like,
it. They fixed it.
huh? And a lot of people were sad about that.
They totally are.
Isn't it?
Oh fuck, that's hilarious. Deadass, their lettuce is just a mountain. It's just a thin mountain.
That's awesome.
It's a thin piece of mountain.
You know, I always thought it looked weird, but I never looked at it closely enough to realize that it was just terrain pieces. That is glorious.
Yeah, I thought y'all would like that little detail there.
That is pretty funny.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
I've never actually had it, though. This definitely makes me want to try it. Birch syrup.
Nor would
That's
I
what he's
claim to
putting.
imply
That's what he's
otherwise.
putting in the tea
Neither I
there.
nor any man alive can truly understand what you have endured, and I cannot say with any confidence that I would have acquitted myself as well under the circumstances, much less grown stronger for it.
I would try that.
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind.
Emmerich, you haven't even touched your mountains.
Of course,
Eat up.
I owe you the greatest debt of all. And it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect.
Cannot unsee.
The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house refused your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
Larson, you're still waiting for your iceberg salad? Well, don't do it while you're in a boat. Man, that way we're looking at Emmerich. Jeez.
Does the iceberg salad come with a miniature Titanic or a miniature sub?
May I ask a personal question?
Served with the sub?
Mm-hmm.
Now that the dust has settled,
Very
God,
weird.
that will never not be funny.
not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want to do?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
He looks so.
News from House Fulton.
This whole interaction looks weird as a Lullafell. Like,
An urgent
seriously.
message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay.
I haven't got my Lalafell character this far through the story yet.
Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
Oh, the subs are served with Dom Perignon. Nice. See what you did there,
You
Larson.
must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
My headpiece
these are
makes it
voice
look like
acted.
I have a ponytail sticking out of my ear.
For every ending.
I'm glad these are
Hold on.
voice acted because I can't read.
It's okay.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn. As did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
New phone, who dis? Alright, date's over, back to my proper armor. Quote unquote. Sorry, quote unquote armor. Back to my normal dress. Yeah, I just realized during that cutscene. Oh no, it's not my headpiece, it's... Oh, yes it is.
Your
kinda
headpiece
things
has
to-
a little dangle.
Little my ass. This thing is huge.
So, Larson, are those subs pressure cooked?
Wah wah.
Pressed?
Give me an ear. I think
really-
Larson is trying to test the, I've forgotten the word. The thing where you can't read things properly. Dyslexia, that's it. That's this dyslexia test.
I really think this my character is gonna freeze your ass
Jesus
off.
fuck, Larson.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, okay. So, what I need...
It's
when
a
I
latte.
get elevated to this level... one eye decides to go completely out of focus, and the other one is manual focus. So it's like... It's a real motherfucker trying to get depth perception so I can read.
Damn. Time to let it dial itself back a little bit.
Oh, hell no. I live for this. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Worth it?
This is where I get my best therapy.
The minion's face looks so weird. Like, no.
Oh,
The minion we got for the last quest there, I have him out. He looks so weird.
It-
Just
He's got a ginormous noggin. He's practically a Funko Pop. Also, Forged Steel Hammer. That's a great name for a tank character. Hello.
That's hot.
Hello.
Um,
Where did that come from?
Armory chest.
Fair enough.
Well then. I have some
Kai just
guys
got-
I need to throw at this.
Kai just got Kai just got extra horny.
I was
When did-
not ready for the armor
Yeah, let's
set.
get out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
Kai, when did you acquire this armor into your armory chest?
Probably before, and
and I should have had it on by now, but I didn't because
That is kind of fucking epic. Especially since you're a Durgan already. I have never seen that armor before, and it rocks. Getting that proper color branding going on, I see.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, that looks nice.
Man, that armor got some hips, though.
Indeed.
Hello, Ray. I was Ray and the kitty. The shape of that helmet goes really well with the shape of that axe.
Mm-hmm.
That axe, though.
Yeah.
So I can't believe they turned Aymeric into a
just like
Funko
that
Pop.
The horns don't interfere with mine. Like, that's the thing that was so important to me on this.
Yeah. I don't know if they designed all of the Aura horns to be that way, or if you just lucked out with your selection of them, or what, but... That attention to detail, though, is part of the reason why they said they're not going to be adding any new playable races for a while. Because it involves a ton of additional backlogged work to rework all the armor sets for the new race skeletons.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
God damn it, Eo, stop getting in the way. My friend's trying to be pretty. There we go. And succeeding. Oh yeah,
Right.
that's so you now. I like it.
I would wear the shit out of that top. Oh my gods.
Who's ready for ice and also titties? You're
This
basically,
needs to become a glamour play.
You're basically melee Shiva now.
I have found my final form.
Melee Durgan. Durgan Shiva with axe.
Hi.
That's cute, Larson.
I can G-pose this shit.
I feel like in that picture, like the characters on the left and right are Snowcat and Kai. I don't know who that guy in the middle would be in this equivalency, though. What do you think, Snow? Have you seen the Larson's fan art picture?
Which one do you think? What now?
Well, on the left is Snowcat, on the right is Kai. You know, chowing down on some super hot curry. No idea who the guy in the middle would be, though.
You.
I'm
You
not
can tell.
that
Look
fit.
at that beard.
You mean the scales on his chest?
Sure.
I mean, as long as the spice level of what he's chowing down on is moderate, then sure.
Got squid. You don't use a lot of... sorry, octopus. It has octopus. You don't use a lot of spice with octopus because you will overpower it.
That's true. I could eat that.
That's actually why I kind of figured, because if it's going to have any spice at all, it's going to be really, really mild because of the octopus. Why do I know so much about food?
Here, let's
Why am I food people?
I don't know. Let's get this up on the stream for other peoples to see. And yours.
Good.
Right here. Snowcat, me, theoretically, and Kai. Not really, though. This is somebody else's fan art about something else, but...
Yeah.
It hit me as very Snowcat and Kai when I saw it.
Zombie Miso being the original artist. Thanks for sharing that, Larson.
Awesome.
And
yeah, on
thank you,
the
Zombie
left.
Miso. That's beautiful.
That face goes perfectly with whenever Snowcat goes, "Oh noes." That's what that face is right there.
That's what she does in real life too.
What? You can't no.
That's you going, "Oh noes."
That's what you do.
No.
You've done this.
And then you know how Kai likes eating the way the way Kai likes eating. Actually, Kai has said, if I could still feel my face, it wasn't spicy enough. That's what that picture on the right is right now.
And confirm those words have come out of my mouth.
That's what's happening in this picture.
That is almost to the point of face numb. Almost.
Yeah, that person is working towards face numb. And then I'm just sitting there in the middle being om nom nom piggy boy.
I mean,
which is me.
Those noodles.
I
look
mean,
nom
you
as
like
heck.
good food, and that looks like good food.
Mm-hmm. And I will nom the fuck out of it.
I mean,
The only way that is not me is that
so.
the only points in which I can't feel like that's me is I don't feel very Durgany, and I've never been that fit in my life. Aside from that chowing down energy is me. All right.
So, Kren, real quick.
Yeah.
I want to ruin your day and everyone else's.
Thank you. I appreciate it, friend.
You'll love it. You'll love it, I promise. The entirety of the universe was created last Tuesday, and you can't prove otherwise.
That's true. I can't.
That fucked me up for a minute. You know what else fucked me up?
So,
Do you know for certain that you woke up the same person you went to bed?
I definitely don't know that, no.
That fucked me up for a minute too. Like,
That reminds me of the, that reminds me of, like, a couple of times I've had the thought of, and I think I've said this before too, but when you look at the color green, and I look at the color green, what if we're seeing totally different things?
well, we 100% are. Just on the biology of the eye, because we already know.
But I
that
mean,
there are
like,
people
imagine that when you look at the color red, you're seeing exactly what I see when I look at the color green.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Hey, Raisin.
Oh, I think you also listen to just quantum theory shit for thrills.
This is why
seem the type. You seem the type.
This is why you get along so well with Raisin. All right, I'm going in.
Yeah. How about this?
Oh my God, there's 2 alpha no's.
No.
Is that...
Well, welcome back to somebody you haven't seen in over a year, Kai.
Well, unless you do the
Alize,
binding coils. But
Alphinaud's twin
besides the
sister.
point.
It kind of blew me away the other day when I realized we've been doing this for over a year.
She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood.
We've done all we can for now, but somebody really needs to go to the shoe shop and get her some new boots.
We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous.
Got to have just a little bit of peril.
For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons.
Look, guys, just cast Asuna on her. She'll be fine.
They're not high enough level to know that
Bear
spell.
Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer.
But you don't sound anything like Alphino.
The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascients. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
We get out of cutscene over towards the corner there. There is a new little character there. That's the one Amanda Lane was giving Anarwa shit about flirting with.
Yeah, she's a little cutie pie.
She's adorable.
Yeah. There we go. Now we finally get the quest that I've been...
Larson?
Hmm?
Cutting me off at the quick.
Were you actually going to literally say that?
I mean, I thought about it, but then he said that, I was like, well, fuck.
He's got your number, doesn't he?
Problem is it kind of falls apart because I'm pedantic enough to point out that the world is moving, so nothing is really stationary, is it?
See, Larson, you gotta cut that off too. You missed that one.
But no, because I stopped it for the voice acted part, so I wanted to say that my last outburst out loud. If you disassociate, you come back to a different reality than you left. The observer, a concept from quantum physics, having gone missing from the equation, has changed the outcome because we know, we've tested and we have confirmed that an experiment changes whether it has been observed or not.
But how can you know that if you haven't observed it?
Like...
How do you test that, though?
That was the thing. I told you this a while ago. There was this guy who... this was a conversation I had when I was stoned a long time ago. This guy created this device that could tell if something was existing in a quantum state or not. He had a great sense of humor or not, and a great sense of humor about everything about it. And the way I described it one time while stoned is that somebody had licked Schrodinger's cat, and everyone thought that that was hilarious. And I realized, wait a minute, that term fell out of style in the 30s. So I just implied that somebody placed their tongue on somebody else's cat. Which was not my intention. There was a lot of giggles. Exactly, Raisin. Delayed quantum erasure.
I've never seen somebody lol after using the word quantum before.
I mean...
Also,
I kind of expect it. It's pretty clear that Raisin's cut different.
It's true. It's true. Also, no fair. You changed the outcome of the race by observing it. Definitely one of my favorite quantum physics jokes from Futurama.
Thing is that joke's funny because it's right.
By the way, I have run out of beverage. How about a break?
He's not in the Discord, Raisin. He refuses so far, and we're not sure why.
It seems to be on principle at this point.
It's weird. He's Norwegian. We don't understand how the brain do.
It's true.
It's all that fermented fish.
Must be.
She said with a shit-eating grin.
You know, how about a break?
You, Larson. If I didn't give you shit, then, breaks are good. I need a drink.
All right. Burbs. LARP. Yes, Larson, that is what I said. All right, Larson, fair enough.
Boo.
Ah! Ah! Yeah, check out Larson's Marlboro picture there.
Beak.
Hello.
I see someone didn't do so well there with the Arum Vale
Yeah.
dungeon there. Yeah.
Yeah. Arum Vale's a pain in the ass, and that picture sums it up pretty well.
Yep. Oh jeez.
Where was the picture put?
Now, the one I was talking about is just the link from Larson there. He's supposed to be whispering something else to me, but it hasn't shown up yet.
Probably loading.
I think that's it there. Okay, hang on. Ah. No. No, sir, I don't like it. Nope. Absolutely not. No, sir. No, sir, I don't like that at all. Oh, God. All right. I will DM that to these two, so they can also enjoy the trauma.
Oh joy, thank you.
You're welcome. That is... what the fuck?
So, as I think about looking at this...
Ugh! Nope, don't like that!
Let you know... I want to let you know that last night I was called intimidating. You want to know why?
I do.
I was eating Doritos with chopsticks and dipping them carefully into a sauce before putting them into my mouth.
That's intimidating somebody?
Apparently, because the level of meticulous control that it takes to do what I was doing
okay.
was
like
very...
the body language of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're giving off, like, mob boss vibes or something.
Alright, let's look at this dumpster fire. I've seen worse.
Sadly, this is true. Of all of us, I think. Still, though, one has to wonder what Larson did to come across this picture.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you can tell that I've seen worse than both of your worses, because my reaction to that was literally meh.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all had a fucking conniption.
Conniption's a bit of a strong term. We had a reaction more than you, though, for sure. Sorry, Snow, what was that?
Of course she's seen worse. She's had to put up with me every day.
Oh, hey-yo.
Had to look in a mirror.
Oh.
Naked.
Hot.
Yeah.
Not really.
Actually, very much so.
You were browsing the artist's gallery? That sounds like a drug trip and a half.
Sounds like cows on crack, crack, crack.
Oh no.
Hey, Snow, where are you hiding?
I am going through a cutscene. Still in the manor. I'm getting out.
Oh. You hadn't done the cutscene yet, okay.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with that lady's computer, Larson.
I've heard of that virus before, though. It's really rough.
I think I had that virus once.
Weird. I wouldn't have expected you to go to the places necessary to catch that one.
Maybe it was just something similar.
Nope, I don't. I'm not going to even entertain the idea that my brain just came up with. I'm going out of the manor, and we are not thinking about this anymore. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am here.
What's up,
During the
Artemis
break,
Love?
I came across something that amused me. I will
What's
share
up?
it to chat here. Just a good picture. Paste there. Just Final Fantasy VII Remake
Jesus
playing
fuck.
perspective.
I love it. Love you too, Artemis. Jesus, that is so accurate. I love it. Yeah, that would be like any of the original Final Fantasies from that perspective. Though.
Yeah, it is.
Really big
All right.
cloud on the horizon. Larson, for shame.
Reminds me of the people, like, remember how you had one of those older games where you'd have a party of people, but because it was on NES, they chose to save some resources by, when you went to the world map, all the characters would just sort of like compress down into one character to walk around.
Oh no!
And some
We
people are
found
really
Sid
upset about
Vicious.
that. Oh, yep, there he is.
It's the dude. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea.
But yeah, I always really laugh at the grognards that get upset when the party compresses down to just one character icon.
Grognards? What the fuck?
Grognards.
That didn't help.
You're telling me you've never heard that term before?
I've never heard that term.
Wow. Basically, angry, pedantic nerds is a grognard.
So, me. Okay.
No, worse than you. I know. It's actually a thing. It's the well
Yeah, I believe
actually
you.
crowd.
So me.
The next level above you. Or below, depending how you view it.
Nobody's
Depending
better
if
at
you
it than me, though.
You are better at it than the actual grognards.
So I am queen of grognards.
They wish.
Probably not. They sound like a conservative group.
Grognard comes from the French word for old soldier, evoking the image of a grumpy old veteran complaining about kids these days. Alright, yep, fair enough.
Yep, they're conservatives. They'd hate me.
Whee! Off to Balloon Town. Oh.
I don't remember much of this dungeon, but I will probably remember as we go along.
I remember it's rather pretty.
Yeah, we get to beat up the bird people.
And somebody tries to kill us with a giant fan.
Yeah, and then we kick their ass. Actually, because most of these boogers, weirdly enough, are female. We're going to be kicking her ass.
Grognards, in a nerd sense, tend to refer to older types who prefer AD&D over newer editions. I mean, anybody who says that THACO is a superior system, I will laugh in their face, because I've been through the THACO wars.
I've heard people say it with their whole chest.
Right? See, they're trying to argue against the people who only know base attack bonus. don't know what THAC0 is, whereas I'm like, bitch, I know both systems. I know how shit THAC0 was. THAC0 is just base attack bonus with useless extra steps. Anyway. Shall we Dungeon by our 3 selves?
Yeah, just give Snow a second. I left my mod out in the kitchen. I told her and was going to go get it, but she stood up before I could.
How nice.
He is good. All of my people are good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything about Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition that I like better. Other than dual classing, that was a cool rule. Definitely power gaming, though. Did I ever tell you about what dual classing was in 2nd Edition? Kai?
No.
What?
So they had interesting difference in the rules back then. So you know how D&D is these days, where if you want to multi-class, what happens is whenever you level up, you choose what class to put that level into, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can be whatever mix of classes and levels you want. In 2nd Edition, multi-classing was different. You chose what multi-class combination you were when you made your character, and you were all those classes at the same time the whole way through. And each class leveled up normally with its own XP bars, basically. So, like, for example, you could be a fighter mage cleric. And each one had different amounts of XP it needed to level, and they would all be leveling alongside each other the whole time through. But you were earning a third of the XP as normal. Because you were 3 classes, your earned XP got divided by 3. But you ended up being more powerful in the long run. Also, your hit points got averaged out. Which was rough back then, because wizards were a D4 back then, not a D6, like they are now. Not a huge difference, but it's still less.
Yeah.
The dual classing was a different thing. What dual classing was is you would start the game as one class, and only humans could do this. Non-humans were the only ones who could multi-class, and humans were the only ones that could dual class. Why? I don't know. But you had to be a human, and, like, say for example, let's say you started as a cleric. You leveled up to a level 10 cleric. Then you decided you want to be a wizard. You stopped being a cleric, and now you're a level 1 wizard. But you still have the hit points of a level 10 cleric. And technically you can still access your level 10 cleric abilities, like you can still cast cleric spells, but you're not supposed to do it because you're supposed to be focused on learning to be a wizard now. But those abilities are still there. But if you cast any of your cleric spells, you don't get any XP for that game session because you weren't focused, because you're falling back on old habits and not focusing on learning the new thing. Until you exceed the old class. Once you become a level 11 wizard, you can now use all your level 10 cleric abilities freely without penalty. So it's kind of like New Game Plus, where you start as a new class, but you keep all your old shit. Also, you'll be leveling up faster because you're going from level 1 wizard to level 2 wizard, which is the same amount of XP it would normally be, even though your party is level 10 characters and you're earning level 10 level of XP. But you're probably not contributing much at that point. So your party's kind of carrying you for a little while. But it was interesting. It was a very strange system.
I bet.
Also, that combination could be powerful, but also the fighter mage cleric thing could be powerful as well as a multi-class option, because your spell slots for each class were kept separate, so you'd have your full selection of cleric spells and your full collection of wizard spells at the same time, on top of each other. So that was one interesting thing about second edition. Pretty much everything else about it sucked. At least as compared, or has been improved upon, I should say. Like, I enjoyed second edition back in the day, but I hadn't played anything else back then, so I didn't know any better. Then third edition came along, and I was like, fuck, this is way better. And then fifth edition came along, and I was like, this is interesting. I don't know if I like it better than third, but I like it differently.
And nobody talks about fourth.
I think fourth edition was kind of a neat board game that's not D&D. If we don't pretend fourth edition is D&D and we just say, like, this is kind of a neat miniatures board game combat thing, then okay. It's fair enough at that.
I've just been having a lot of fun being a tabaxi. And causing chaos.
Fair enough. Speaking of chaos, are we ready for Dungeon?
As ever.
Yeah. Don't remember the fight, but we will figure this out.
The changes imposed on the Forgotten Realms were disastrous. That's one thing I find interesting about story-wise about 4E, is I like how the Forgotten Realms storyline actually accounted for the changes in the additions of the rule sets. I mean, I've said it before, but I like how... Okay, in 4th edition, I hate how they nerfed magic so much to make it equivalent in power to every other class. Like, you can't achieve perfect class balance without making spellcasters much weaker. But in Forgotten Realms, they accounted for that, story-wise, by... It's like, okay, why is magic suddenly so much weaker in our world now? Because somebody murdered the goddess of magic. And now there's a new goddess of magic, but she's a newbie, so she's weaker. Makes sense. Also, you may consider, if you wish, eating one food. But that's really your choice.
What if I want, like, 5 foods?
I mean, that's also your choice. I wouldn't recommend it, but you do you, boo.
Keep reading this as elf steak. That's wrong. Stop that. Fuck.
Tiny Durgan cannibal. Although, all this talk of D&D, though, if we're being honest, like, hashtag real talk, play Earthdawn instead. Earthdawn is best TTRPG.
I'm just gonna chew on this dragon scale I have in my inventory. That works, right?
Sure, just don't let Kai see.
How do you know it's not like Earth? Whoa, fuck.
I'd forgotten about that.
I have a better idea.
Yeah, don't say that.
Instead of playing Earthdawn, there's this...
You lost me already.
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, see, there's this chick I've heard of, who's been working on a homebrew tabletop for a hot minute. But
oh yeah, I think I might know her.
Yeah. Of course, there's also people who are much better at it than she is, and she's kind of a cunt, so you could also just say Hero's Journey exists, too.
Except it doesn't yet.
I mean, it exists enough to where you can watch it. That's
you can watch it.
To playing it.
No, but it's at least a step towards it. It's a step closer to playing it than not experiencing it all. is.
I enjoy their storytelling, and I love
Yes.
watching how the mechanics work together.
Yeah, I've had a
feel
little.
like-
I've technically created a character for it, or at least halfway. There are some stats that weren't explained to me and I don't understand, but the parts that were explained to me are neat.
Like, they think I'm not paying attention in their chat, because I tend to I tend in chat to try and talk about things not going on the stream.
Right?
Because I'm listening to their storytelling rather than commentating on it. And I think it's because, like, I have this instinctive thing to listen to the storyteller, not comment on the storyteller.
I mean, that's how you would do it if you were playing the game with them, yeah.
Like, idle chit-chat while listening to a storyteller in a tavern is very much a vibe that I'm into, and that's something that I naturally do. So, I'm not actually ignoring the storyteller. I'm just saving the commentary for the end of the story.
I mean, yes, Raisin Girl, Paranoia is a hell of a game. Any game where you're only playing it for one session and you're given 5 clones of your character because you're going to need them when you die in one session. Also, you have to be careful about what you acknowledge the fact that your character has seen, because there are certain colors your character does not have the clearance to be allowed to see. Oh, did you just acknowledge you saw something red? Well, you're gonna need a new character now. Bye.
What the fuck?
You are. It is illegal for you to see anything that is red. Sorry. Bye.
What the fuck?
The computer has said you are not allowed to see this color.
Genuinely, what the fuck?
Yes, that's a good summary of this game. So it's a game about a sci-fi, quote-unquote utopian society created by an AI computer, and like ruled over by an AI computer that is more fascist than the most fascist thing you've ever seen.
So, not my people.
No, you are very... It is very strict about who is allowed to have access to what. And there's a color coding system. If something is a color code that you are not cleared for, then you are not even allowed to have acknowledged that you have even noticed something that is that color. And if you accidentally let slip that you notice this thing, you get executed. Which is why you're given 5 characters. Or 5 clones of your character, I should say. And the full title of the game on the cover is Paranoia, Happiness is Mandatory.
Oh, that are those.
Yes, danger puddles. Pew pew.
Take out turret. I got this.
And other things.
Yep.
Also, just to go back to a previous point, remember we were joking about casting Asuna on Alice? Oops. Asuna's level 10. If their surgeons can't cast Asuna yet, then they really suck.
Going to test this.
Whoa.
There we go.
I just did a Hadouken. No, that was a Shoryuken. Sorry. My mistake.
I don't remember. There was a weird mechanic that you have to do for it, and I had to remember what that was.
I didn't remember either, so that's fair. Yeah, absolute dystopia style game, Raisin. Exactly. Absolute comedy game as well.
Yes.
Official D&D 4E comic? I didn't know there was an official one. But to be fair, as much as I badmouth 4th edition, it had some neat ideas as far as, like, actual, like, board game miniatures combat maneuvers go. Like, they had stuff sort of similar to castling in chess.
Ah, so a weird maneuver that's overrated.
Okay, other than the overrated part. Like, if I remember correctly, rogues had abilities such as, like, go up, do a melee attack on an enemy, and then swap positions with yourself and another party member. So you could be like, jump forward, stab, and then, like, I step back while the fighter steps forward and blocks the way for me, kind of thing. It's kind of a neat idea.
Have I told you about peace chess?
Yes. Also, I love the concept of a siege gabu. And by love, I mean that's terrifying.
The spiky thingies. Try not to get sneezed into those things.
Yes.
They sting.
Like that.
It didn't sting that much, I don't care.
Order of the Stick was great, Raisin.
Order of the Stick was amazing.
I love how they stuck to the androgynous elf joke so stubbornly.
Order of the Stick is how I ended up finding Patrick Rothfuss, actually.
Oh, nice. How did that happen?
One of the creators of Order of the Stick is one of his friends.
Oh, I didn't know that. Also, let's just revisit one of my favorite D&D jokes ever comes from Order of the Stick, which is, oh, what does this writing on the wall say? It says, I prepared explosive runes today. Even if you don't know D&D, that joke should be fairly self-explanatory. I laughed so hard at that one.
I think we...
Snow?
Trying to remember how to do the, like, where to go next.
Angrily.
No, that's how, not where.
It's how, where, and everything else.
Anger
That's definitely the warrior way to do it.
Have you seen this thing on my head? You do everything angrily. Angrily is the answer to all questions. How? Angrily. Where? Angrily. Why? Angrily. When you have horns this big coming off of your face.
Bracelet of healing, you say?
There we go. Okay.
Actually, that's worse than what I have, so I will disagree with that. Of course.
Okay. I got the key, so let's open the gate.
Open sesame. It worked.
And
it's working.
Also, these birds make some crazy looking treasure chests, don't they?
Yeah. Those earrings actually look really pretty.
They did. That's why it was a weird choice. I had to.
Hold on. I'm just taking a look at that. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yep. That is the earrings you get from this dungeon. All across.
It's almost like a little. It's like a little dragon on your ear.
Yeah. they're cute. Cute fuck.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's very fitting that the little dragon earrings went to our little dragon.
Yeah.
Well, that is a waterfall view and a half. Imagine how
That would
wet
have
you'd
to
get
be,
just standing here.
God, that would be fun to... So pretty and so obnoxiously loud.
Right? And also,
Yep.
you'd be cold
Like-
as fuck, but damn, that's pretty.
I could think of some warming activities that I could use during that to not be cold.
You're not holding
Like rubbing
hands,
my
are you?
hands together. No, that would be lewd. Rubbing my hands together. and rubbing
Isn't
my
that
hands
just
on my
holding your own
thighs.
hands in public?
No, because you're rubbing them together. You're not like actively gripping.
I don't know.
Well, if that's just holding your own hands, then it's like then wringing your hands is holding your own hands.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's right. I think this is the right way.
It is.
I'm incredibly high. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're experienced in dungeoning high, so. Oh,
Yo,
here's the guy who gives.
that
Yeah, he's gonna try to
Yeah.
murder us with a giant hand fan.
I want one.
Yep. The thing.
He or she, I can't tell.
The things around there, the spikes that I told you to avoid. This is
Yeah.
where this comes into play. You see the gate
wall segments.
Like, yeah, try to get
Fences.
blown up against those.
Fuck.
Oh no! Well, wait a second.
Oh,
Wondered why I could walk all the way through and around and stuff.
I'm glad it happened not 2 minutes later. Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
All right. I'm
Well,
gonna wait for Kai to reconnect because this game has a weird tendency to just disconnect her every single time for no apparent reason.
and it's not even every single time. It's like just most of the time. That's the weird thing. It's still intermittent enough to be like I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
Intermittent problems, my favorite.
Like it happens 99% of the time, but never at exactly the same time of day, but close.
And never the same amount of time after playing either.
It's very strange.
I know it's not a networking problem because if it were, Snow's computer would go down too.
Yeah.
We are on the
Giggity.
exact same router.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, right?
Like, networking problems are pretty universal. If one's going to go down, two are going to go down when it comes to this kind of interaction. Thing is, the network is making two connections using the same route. So if it were a routing problem, both of those connections would fail.
Right.
At least that's the way it works in my head.
I mean, that's why we can say that it's not your internet going down, because Snow's not.
And I'm not losing the stream or anything else. It's literally
Yeah.
just this.
I don't know. It's bizarre. I like the, Actually, this is kind of fitting. Because the Ixali have this, like, sort of Mayan/Aztec thing going on. And we've got these castanellas going on, or whatever, in this music. Or whatever the fuck they're called. Just subtly, but... It's like mostly classical European fantasy music, but then with a hint of South America in it.
I have a gigantic queue. I will be in ASAP.
Aye.
Yay.
One of the biggest
Also,
queues I've ever
giggity.
gotten. Oof.
That's what she said?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't think you can fall off of here, but I don't want to test this.
Why, really?
There she is.
Hey.
The woman of the hour.
Indeed.
Back.
I love how I can always tell the moment she's reconnected before her character actually appears, because my fairy heals her before her avatar has actually appeared on the screen.
Let me dance part in your ass again. There we go. There we go.
I have this dance, milady. Why, yes, you may.
Yep. There we go.
And also some
Owie.
devilment.
Yep. It's a buff.
Yep.
At higher levels, it chains into an attack, but
Funky.
Alright, I need to do the most barbarian thing.
oh,
Rah! Run straight at it. Yep.
As fast as possible.
Here,
The
move
sprint
move
was
2 segments to
necessary.
your right so that you'll have a fence at your back. Or left, that also works.
Yeah, sorry, my finger slipped and hit the wrong button.
yep. There we go.
I mean, it,
Hello.
it attains the same effect, so I mean, it's all good. Yeah. Thank you, Snow. I was in the middle of a cast, so I hadn't moved yet.
Whoa.
I just want to point out this thing's supposed weapon is larger than it is.
Oh shit. Okay. There, yeah, those tornado things gonna suck. If you get caught in there.
They are a little bit suboptimal.
I want this feather duster as an axe skin. It's gorgeous.
It's pretty cool.
It's oddly fitting to my character too.
Because there's that sort of icy wind angle to your stuff. Yeah.
I
The size of that fucking thing.
Colors too.
It's so big we could have used it as a couch. Loot.
You actually can get
Holy shit.
a Garuda couch housing item. You have ones that's normal and one that has the like flowy wind effect to it. That looks really
Cool. Why is this dungeon giving us like at least 4 items of healing already? And none of them are as good as what I have already. It's teasing me.
No, I'm probably certain I can't say that. Almost defaulted to one of the things I've said to people before. It's because you touch yourself at night.
I mean, that's irrelevant.
Murderize everything! Murderize everything! Oh no, you don't.
Healer versus healer. Who will stop this healer on healer violence?
Me apparently.
You do violence better than I do.
I don't think there's anything so.
I think maybe something happens thereafter. I don't remember though. Take the butt
There's
wind
a relic
relic.
to operate.
Yep. Y'all ready for this?
Yep. Very dignified. That is the most dignified wee. We're just standing there very stoic while we go on a ride.
Well, you kind of have to balance and stuff.
That's true. We're not dignified, we're just too terrified to move.
I mean...
I would be.
Whee!
Fuck that shit. You ever catch me on one of those things? And let's loot more treasure that probably none of us will use.
Also, more dudes!
Dudes?
Dudes.
There's dudes. You're totally right.
Ah!
Dudes confirmed. I will give them the Scholar Pouch.
I'll need to look at that ring.
Oh, Fending Ring. Yes, check that out.
Only mildly worse.
Yeah.
Only mildly worse. Ever so slightly. Huh.
We get to go wee again.
Yay. Cargo wee. Why the long face, pal?
You know, I would have thought that some of the people would have said that about those entirely too attractive goat people in Legend of Zelda, but nobody did.
Everybody was too busy being thirsty.
Why are they cute though? Come on. Oh,
you know,
right, I'm Pan. Everybody's cute.
I'm not really into the sister goat very much, but I have to admit, even as a straight man, that boy goat is real pretty.
Get cutscene on.
I can definitely understand the boy goat thirst.
That one, however, is male. If you can't tell.
Oh, he's definitely bulkier. Not that that proves anything straight up, but it at least implies.
I forget this fight.
Me too.
Murder. When in doubt, murder.
It's actually something that I changed up with my species that I'm working on.
Yeah.
The females of the species are the bulkier.
Ah.
Some people have suggested that's entirely because myself, I find that particular figure ridiculously attractive, and I can't necessarily refute that, but I'm offended that anyone thinks that I would let my artistic prowess be tainted by the fetish. I couldn't even get through that sentence without smiling. Jesus fuck.
Dodge, pretty much.
It's been pretty standard stuff so far, yeah.
I was able to do that one-handed while taking a drink. While stoned.
Lewd.
Back on dealer.
Yeah.
Get away from that!
Right when I want to cast my AoE heal, he makes me move. How rude. Get regened on. Ah. I was gonna say ow, but not really. That wasn't so bad.
Very shiny, but not very impressive.
It's amazing what having 4 levels above them will do for you, huh?
Well, like most birds, males are all, you know, big and poofy, but their cocks are half a centimeter long.
Oh, you mean proportionally relative, right? No, I don't.
No.
Bye, birdies.
I'm used to this kind of performance from male birds. The strutting kind are always the same.
Except for that one particular bird in that gif with the Swiggity Swooty meme. That bird's got swagger.
Hey, well, bird's got swagger, but still.
I feel like he can back it up, though.
No. He's kind of obsessed with yellow or blue.
No Garuda for you, motherfuckers.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught.
Can I just comment on what Kai was just saying a minute ago, combined with they were unable to see the ritual to completion?
But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Great combination of comments.
Well, what do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Ah, motherfucker. These guys again. You guys finally noticed my stream title, did you?
Ah.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
These people got sass. Also, holy fucking
Enough,
unfolding
Jerome.
bow from hell.
We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
They all have their level 50 gear.
Right? That is very similar to the Magitech
You've been
bow.
awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your
This,
lives.
all of them, this is all their level 50 class gear.
Yeah.
That's what they're wearing.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
I mean, at this point, vaguely.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. So we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna wait for Kai's cutscene to finish.
Oof.
Right? But that definitely answers the, remember how I made a point to make sure we watched the trailer that had the Warrior of Light and his whole party running around?
Mm-hmm.
And these guys showed up and was like, why the fuck do you look exactly the same but you're wearing black instead?
Oh.
Who the fuck are you people? They are the same people. They are us and our previous party from an alternate dimension that is copies of us. So yeah, literal mirror battle kind of thing.
Yep.
Wow.
Why the fuck do you look like me? Because you are me. You remember about the Sundering thing, Kai, or is it too many weeks ago at this point?
I remember.
Yeah. Okay. To save their world, they must bring ruin to ours. Yeah, I do like the attention to detail that all of their armor sets are the level 50 sets the players get of those same jobs. I mean, Kai knows she's got that warrior set. Or had it. I don't know if she sold it by now or not, but I know she had it at one point.
Yep. The boards, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
The black mage there.
Yeah, black mage, paladin, and white mage.
Like, where all you can see is like a diamond shape where their eyeball is.
Yeah, on the one side, yeah.
Yeah. Paladin.
And then there was that other guy who wasn't with them last time. That was something different.
He's a wizard. I don't know.
Reminds me of that meme from the other day of somebody taking Hagrid and putting Samuel L. Jackson's face on him, but with the same beard. You're a wizard, motherfucker. Return button. That does return.
Yes, pray return to a foundation.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, speaking of a little bit of world building there again, eh? This time, cosmology edition of world building. Also, did you catch that thing about the void there, Kai?
I did.
We've been there during the Crystal Tower raid. We were briefly in the void, fighting the Cloud of Darkness boss.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, that was apparently the 13th shard. That used to be a world like ours.
A lot of shirts.
Excuse me, lady. What are your books like?
Running up
What?
and leaving Kren.
Not again.
Flee!
Leave it to Kai, who can just dead-ass drop "that's a lot of shirts" and have no one respond. It's a day that ends in Y, and what the fuck, it doesn't even matter. The universe is at most 14 days old.
In the later half of 2023, that's a lot of sharts. Is definitely some strange Baldur's Gate fan art. Stop sweeping the table. It's clean.
Emotes, that's what they're doing.
Yep.
A lot of people end up doing that, like after like hard fight dungeon, whatever, or like when a tombstone event is going on at the end of the Praetorium or whatever. It's like, oh hey, we beat this. Here, time for us to clean up. What the?
It's a sweep.
Hi, Google.
That's me. How can I help?
What is 69 halves of a millimeter?
69.5 millimeters is equal to 2.736 inches.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. Hey Google, what's 15/16 of a foot? Why are you not hearing all of my words? Why are you not hearing all of my face sounds? Hey Google, what is 15/16 of a foot?
11.25 inches is equivalent to 11.25 inches.
I mean, that's true. For once.
Oh dear.
Finally, that's true.
Okay, so what's funny about all of this is like people are afraid of my smart house, and I tell them not to be because clearly she's dumb as fuck.
Are you sure Google isn't getting high off of secondhand fumes? That's a good question.
Here's the thing, Larson. She did this long before I started smoking regularly.
At least this
So
time, the thing that shit said was equivalent to the other thing actually was equivalent.
1.5 inches is equivalent to 2 inches. No, the make fuck it's not.
Meanwhile,
Thanks to the kindness of our
Yeah,
hosts.
cutscene done.
Meanwhile, I've taught my phone that Gumoro is an actual legitimate word.
Oh, jeez.
They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that.
Apparently, I say it often enough that the phone's like, "Yep, that must be real."
I take it your mission was a success.
And Kai sprung a leak.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ashians. But to save another world?
Fuck.
I think
was
not.
not expecting to laugh. You know how painful it is to choke while laughing?
It's not pleasant.
Fuck.
I too thought his story fanciful
You're a
at
dick.
first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in with this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
I didn't mean to.
Look, can't stop.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
I'll give you a moment before I continue cutscene.
Yeah. Choking fucking sucks. Jesus.
Yeah? mean, some people
Jesus.
disagree, but, you know, that's whatever.
Okay. That kind of choking is different.
Yeah, you don't seem to mind that.
That's because I
During my
don't.
travels, I had often enjoyed tales
If I
of the
don't
scions
seem
and their exploits.
like I
But after a
mind
time,
being
I began to hear
choked
whispers
to
of
the
a
point
gifted and
of
theretofore
being able to
unknown
breathe,
band of adventurers.
it's because I don't. I encourage this behavior in certain situations.
With or without the electrical zapping at the same time, though. Nothing?
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I'm not that high, Kren. I just happened to not hear you because I choked again.
I was just adding in an electrocution fetish joke at the same time. It's all good.
I mean, yeah. When I talk about a Jacob's ladder that turns me on, I'm not talking about the dick piercings.
Ouch.
Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel
If
the
you're
realm
curious,
slaying
look it up.
primals
It's an
in the
interesting
Scion's
set of
stead.
piercings, but it is a set. It is at minimum 3, I believe.
No thanks. Hard pass.
You want me to describe it to you?
I mean, I think I've seen it. I'm just saying I don't want one. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Ruin everyone's night. Fuck it. Not that
The
mean.
Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, we stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Gnath.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alizé, you...
That glare.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Makeover, makeover, makeover. Also, is it just me, or was that... like, are all the Scions competing to see who can be the most British? Morphean Kinder Egg?
That was the one who was sweeping on the table.
Yeah, I just never noticed his name before. That's good. Yay, no more moon boots. I mean, these new boots are still kind of crazy, but at least they're not moon boots.
Waiting on Kai, so it's so not left behind. No one left behind.
Mm-hmm. No tank left behind.
Yeah.
I still can't believe people think these two look alike.
I mean, not so much anymore.
No.
I never really thought that they super did. Like, sure, the differences were subtle, but those subtle differences were huge.
Yep.
It was brilliant, is what it was, to be...
Yeah, but you know how
perfectly
people are.
honest.
Most people don't notice subtle. Which, to be fair, includes me a lot of the time. I won't pretend otherwise.
I mean... most of the time you do subtle better than you do obvious.
Especially if obvious is right in front of me.
What do you mean, where did you go? She fell off your horse 5 minutes ago.
That's your favorite one, isn't it?
I mean, it was so obvious. It was dead center of the screen, and it was a whole ass person. This wasn't like a little detail fell off of your utility belt. This was a whole ass fucking person jumping off of the back of your horse, which was front dead center of your screen.
Exactly.
So it will never, ever, 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 ever get old because it was so obvious. So
I think
obvious.
we have.
I loved.
I think we have long established. Actually, I don't think it was as well established yet then, but since then, we have well established that my biggest blind spot is the one directly in front of me.
So, like I said, you're far better at seeing obscure shit most of the time than you are at seeing the obvious shit. So no, I quite frankly would disagree that you described yourself in that scenario.
Fair enough. That day, I just had the most fun listening to you freaking out about me not noticing that. That was hilarious.
And I still do. Every once in a while, it just comes up, and it's like, it's good every time. It's good every time.
Never gets old. Yep. And then, of course, there's also that one time where I just simply could not find the thing that my character was standing on.
I wish one of the options for dialogue was just solemn nod.
Well,
so
I
you
think
can maintain the voiceless.
You can
True.
sometimes do the ...
I was gonna say
Sometimes.
you do get sometimes you get ... and that's kind of the equivalent of solemn nod.
Right.
And we do get the solemn nod a lot during cutscenes, but yeah, you're right. We never get to do it voluntarily. Actually, there's a missed opportunity. Have they not given us that as an emote? Hold on. Is there a /nod? There's not a How did they not give us that as an emote? Seriously.
There's a nod?
Well, it's not /nod then. It's called something
yes.
else. It's yes?
That's what I just did.
/yes.
Okay, there you go. There is one. Good.
I knew it existed.
Like how you even make the little sound effect that they
In the most adorable cat way.
Right? Bratty cat girl voice way.
Like her own voice.
That's what I said.
Well, I'm just saying that she does it herself too. Like, I'm confirming that she does bratty cat girl voice in real time. That is my life.
And you love it. All right, it's been a while, but I think it's time for us to pray return to the Waking Sands.
Oh shit. Vesper Bay.
You know, I've never quite run out of Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets before, but I've gotten close.
They give them as we need them.
Yes.
Also, thank God my character has underwear.
I'm not sure if Kai agrees with that statement.
I definitely not. I mean, your character, you really overrated.
I'm assuming you mean the underwear and not the her.
Yeah.
No, I'm overrated too.
No.
Because I know what you meant, but it certainly didn't sound right the way you said it.
I mean, anybody who knows me knows what I meant.
Yes.
That's the important part. Everyone knows I have a weird cadence.
It's true.
It's that Faye shit.
There's...
Not my fault.
There's a lot of fading out to ... dots in your conversational styles, and you have to learn to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Also, hello, Lesbian Mad. We haven't seen you in a while. Also, that tiny little book on his butt is kind of cute. It's a very small book.
Ah.
Pocket bibble.
No, I said it was small.
Right.
I don't know how pocket you can really a bibble
small.
because the bibble is big. How much can
I've
you
had
really
a
compress
pocket
that
bibble
down?
before, actually.
Does it just
It was
leave out a lot of
antique.
stuff?
No. Well, the regular one does. It doesn't leave out anything extra more than the regular one does. That's a fucking sentence. What? You know what I meant. Shut up. Shut up.
Good night, Larson.
Good night, Larson.
I like the tops of Alisay's new boots. They have like a sort of flower petal look to them.
Yeah.
Oh shit, full brat mode laser focus.
Mhm.
I only ask because you're normally rather more verbose. Damn, that glare. I can feel the heat of her disapproval through my monitor.
That was unnecessarily tense.
That, as they say, escalated rather quickly.
Unnecessary. Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. She's not having this shit.
Nope.
Is this what they call topping from the bottom?
Wrong direction. Probably. Power bottom.
Yes. Alright. Shall we call it a day until tomorrow then?
Yee!
Or do you want more?
I should be good.
Okie dokie. I will teleport us to Camp Overlook and we can log out and raid from there.
Hey, whoa. Random cat. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, things got very noisy all of a sudden out of nowhere there, didn't they?
Oh yeah. The fat cat mount.
Let's see.
It's pretty but expensive.
Yee. Alright, I think we have a choice to make today.
Oh.
I've got a bit of a coin flip situation if I was left to do this on my own, so I need some input. Do we want to raid Super Mario RPG being played by a random bystander here? Or do you want to watch Saya play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes? I feel like these are both very strong options.
Very.
We haven't seen Random Bystander in quite a bit.
It has been a minute.
It has been
gone to someone else, though.
It has been quite a spicy minute. All right, bystander it is.
I will grab
My
that
favorite kind of bystander is the random kind. Oh, and he's wearing the Mario hat. Okay.
Yay!
Very appropriate.
Alright.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, you two.
Thanks for
Let's do it
having
again.
and dealing with my shit.